The luggage weighed far more than she expected. Gripping the handle tightly, her fingers ached, knuckles paling, and she nearly stumbled backward, thrown off balance. That fleeting jolt of surprise, slicing through her carefully curated composure, made every effort spent planning this weekend feel justified. "My goodness, did you pack rocks in this thing?" she teased, her laughter sharp and strained. Her eyes darted to me, searching for a reaction. I offered a nonchalant shrug, my expression a blank slate of calm. "Got all you need for the trip?" I asked, my voice deliberately steady. This was, after all, a pivotal escape. She paused, then flashed a grin, polished, practiced, the same one she donned like armor for months. "You're always so thoughtful," she said, leaning close to graze my cheek with a kiss. Her lips were cold, distant. I watched as she hauled the suitcase toward the exit, its small wheels creaking under the load. Only when her car disappeared down the street did I exhale the breath I'd been clutching. "Here we go," I whispered. Her name was Elise. We'd been married for 8 years, partners for 10. For most of that time, I'd have sworn we were happy, even blissful. We had our routines, our inside jokes, our shared dreams. Or so I thought. That delusion shattered 3 months ago when I caught sight of the first message. She'd left her phone on the kitchen counter while she showered upstairs. I wasn't snooping. The screen just lit up. "Can't wait to see you this weekend. Missing you like crazy, Marcus." Marcus. The name was unfamiliar. No friend, no coworker. My stomach churned, but I held off confronting her. Past lessons taught me that leaping in without proof was a path to turmoil. I needed irrefutable evidence. In the weeks that followed, I became an actor in a play she didn't know she was starring in. While she carried on, believing I was oblivious, I carefully unraveled her tapestry of lies. I installed software to monitor her laptop, capturing late-night conversations and emails. I followed her once when she claimed a late work meeting, spotting her at a chic downtown hotel. Predictable. I even tucked a GPS tracker in her car. Each excuse, each whispered "I love you" before she slipped out, cut deeper. Yet I remained silent. She thought she was in control. She didn't realize she was the puppet, and I was severing her strings one by one. When she announced a weekend trip with her friends, I nearly laughed. The lies were blatant now. Friends suddenly unavailable, plans aligning too perfectly, the faint trace of cologne on her coat that wasn't mine. "You deserve some time away," I told her. "I'll keep busy with some home projects." She smiled, blind to her own boldness. She packed her best outfits, ones I knew weren't for me. Meanwhile, I filled a suitcase, not with clothes or shoes, but with printed evidence, screenshots, emails, receipts, a file capable of unraveling lives. Marcus lived in a sleek condo across town. I'd scouted it multiple times. He was what you'd expect, late 30s, flashy watch, smug grin, a corporate player who likely never considered the husband of the woman he was entangled with. I parked a block away. Elisa's car was already there, parked carelessly in her rush. I gave them an hour to get comfortable. Then I approached, knocking firmly, just as I'd practiced. The door opened. Marcus stood there, his smile fading the instant he saw me. "Can I help you?" he asked, his tone cautious. "Oh, I'm sure you can," I said, stepping forward. He hesitated, debating whether to slam the door, but I didn't give him the chance. My shoulder nudged through, and I was inside. "No need to shut it, Marcus," I said sharply. "We have things to talk about." Elise appeared from the hallway, her face pale, clutching her robe like a shield. "Daniel, what are you doing here?" I kept my eyes on Marcus, ignoring her. "You know who I am, don't you?" He swallowed hard. "I think you should leave." My laugh was cold, empty. "Oh, I'll leave, but not before we have our chat." I opened my bag and dumped its contents onto the coffee table, Photos, messages, receipts, spilling out like shrapnel from a bomb. His eyes flicked from the evidence to Elise, then back to me. "You thought you were so smart," I said, my voice rising. "Thought you'd never get caught." "Daniel, please." Elise's voice trembled. "Can we talk about this privately?" "Privately?" I turned to her, fury smoldering. "Now you want privacy? You didn't care about that when you were with him." She recoiled, tears pooling, but I felt nothing. "No crying, Elise. You made your choice. Live with it." Marcus looked like he wanted to vanish. "How's it feel, Marcus?" I asked, "Knowing your little game is over." "Look, man," he stammered. "I didn't mean—" I cut him off. "Spare me your excuses. Your wife might want to hear them, though." His face drained of color. "What?" "Oh, yeah," I said. "I found her. Lovely woman. She'll appreciate knowing who she's married to." "Daniel, don't," Elise whispered, pleading. I turned to her, my voice low and deadly. "You should have thought of that before." I grabbed my bag and headed for the door. Just before stepping out, I faced Marcus one last time. "If you ever go near my wife again, I'll make sure your entire company knows what kind of man you are." Then I walked out, leaving a silence thick enough to choke. The fallout was swift and brutal. The next day, I sent everything to Marcus's wife with a short note. "I'm sorry for your pain. You deserve the truth." She filed for divorce within days. Word spread to Marcus's firm, and he was quietly pushed out. Elise tried to apologize, begged, explained. I didn't hear her out. The divorce papers were already drawn up. She left with only the clothes she could carry. It wasn't easy. None of it was. But standing in the quiet of my now empty home, the weight of betrayal finally lifted. I realized something profound. I'd lost a wife, but I'd regained something far more valuable: